guys, what's up? It's Angela, and thank you for watching the Exodus Group channel. I'm Angela Emery, and thank you again for supporting the Exodus Group YouTube and Facebook page. Again, you can reach us on Facebook if you needed some support or just have some questions about being an ex-Jehovah's Witness. It's been amazing, and I've been loving the support and the comments below that we've been getting, so keep those coming. Today, I want to talk about something because it's really interesting when you're deprogramming or reprogramming your brain after being in the religion and coming out. As you guys know, I've been out for about 20 years, but I was still one of those people that was physically out but mentally in. And here recently, I'm just now getting to the point where I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's deprogram everything. Let's look at all my beliefs. And it's been a really wonderful journey, and that's why I started the Exodus Group page, because I really do feel that we need to support one, but it's two, there's a lot of programming that we have to get out of our head, and there's ways that I took to grow myself way before I knew I had to, and I want to share these with you. In my studies over this week, I was kept being reminded about how less than I felt as a JW. So today I want to talk about at least the 5 different ways that you're going to feel less than if you decide to be a Jehovah's Witness. The first one is the 144,000 doctrine. Now, if you don't know, if you're not a Jehovah's Witness currently, what happens is the Jehovah's Witnesses only believe 144,000 people are going to heaven. That's it. And I believe this too for years, that only 144,000. And how do these are going to heaven? And how do these people know that they're going to heaven? Oh, they have some awe-inspiring whatever, and they go into heaven. Okay, so, all right, they just know, right? And so now, as you grow in the organization, you realize that you're being on paradise earth, and you got to clean up a bunch of dead bodies after Armageddon, and you got to be here to be able to help people coming through their time when they were dead, and being the resurrected ones, and this is supposed to be fun, and you lived through Armageddon and all this stuff. And that never seemed like it was a good thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to heaven too. Like, why can't I go to heaven? If God loved me, why does he only pick this person and that person? So that's one way for me personally. It really made me feel like I was less than. Now, if you look at the organization today, they stopped printing their yearbooks, and I think for this reason, the number of 144,000 are going up. So that you can look at the number of people who have been drinking the wine and eating the bread at the memorial, and that number is going up. And now they're calling their own members mentally diseased who are drinking drinking the wine and eating the bread at the memorial. The second thing that made me feel less than as a Jehovah's Witness, and this is start early because I was indoctrinated very early. My parents joined when I was a very young child. So therefore, this part, you're always supposed to feel different and look different and be able to give a witness to those who don't know or whatever. So when you're a kid, you're giving a witness is you can't go to parties. You can't salute the flag. You're unable to do Christmas or anything holiday-wise, you're out. Like, you're going to go sit at the principal's office or what have you. And there's no secondary education. So, you stood out. You stand out because now you're picked on. Now you're bullied because you're not going to go to the party that everybody else is going to. If there's a pep rally in the gymnasium, you have to go elsewhere because you can't be peppy for your school. These things really, really, really put the feeling of difference, but not the good feeling of difference. We're not standing for a cause. This is us standing because we're different and we're being picked on. And what I believe personally, what Watchtower is doing with this is that they want you to feel different and be different and get that bullied, because now you're going to be looked to as the world's always going to be persecuting you. The world's always persecuting you. The world's going to be persecuting you. And keep that persecution game up and prove that point so that now you stay within Jehovah's organization. So you get started with this at an early age. And by doing this, hopefully the child stays with God, is what they want. And this is just not the case. This is just not something that you want to put your child through, as does anybody want to go through. For me personally, it's one of the things that got me out sooner, because I was so different from everybody else. And at that age, all you want to be is with your friends. So by the time I got to high school, I was leading a double life, because in school, I was one way, but at church or outside, I was another way. And just prayed, oh my God, prayed that none of my classmates were at the door when I was knocking on the door. The third reason or example on how we feel different is that we're told to sacrifice for the organization. Now, this is one of the beliefs that my parents took very literally, in that we basically lived poor. Like dirt poor. Now, do I know my parents' finances at the time? No. But anything extra was always given to the organization. To the point where my mother, when I was a teenager at least, she needed to go get a job, and he wouldn't let her go. My dad wouldn't let her do it, because we're supposed to be humble under God or sacrifice for the organization. So she was supposed to sacrifice her time and energy to the organization and not to her family. So this makes you feel less than as well. You keep being filled less than, because now, at least in my family, I don't know about yours, comment below, let me know what you think. At least in my family, I was not able to get things unless I actually completely needed them. Shoes, clothes. We didn't just go out shopping. It was, oh, do you need a pair of pants? Oh, you can still wear those. My dad would literally tell me he would wear pants with holes in them to work or what have you. And he would say, God says be holy because I am holy, and this is me being holy. But I'm like, but if we're supposed to be children of God and we're supposed to be different, we also need to look different. Who are we going to bring to the congregation looking like bums? So, at least that was one of my things. That's what my family did. Let me know what your family did, something similar, in the comments. Number 4, the fourth thing I think that makes you just feel less than is just shut up and obey. Especially if you're a woman, it's a shut up and obey mentality, meaning that if your head of a household says whatever, you have to talk to your head. And whatever he decides, no matter if the store is left and he decides to go right, and you say, hey babe, the store is left. No. He goes, okay, and he still goes right. That's all you can do. There's no challenging the head of your household. Even if you went to the elders and asked them for help, they would still talk to the head of the household. There's many instances where I personally felt that my parents were in an abusive situation emotionally. But because my dad was the head of the household and also an elder, my mom got looked over. Take note of one of my other videos on domestic abuse. They had it earlier this year. I'll put it in the links below. About what they say to women about domestic violence. Basically, just stay. And you're the one doing something wrong, not him. The last thing that makes you less than in this organization is this thing on shunning and disfellowship. Being shunned and disfellowship is always being held over your head. If someone sees you doing something that they think is if someone sees you doing something that's against their morals, they can take you to the elders. Now, it might be cool for you to go vote. I think now they say voting's a conscious decision now or something like that. However, let's say Sister Red sees me going to go vote, but it's against her conscience. She'll go to the elders and say, oh, well, Angela needs to see you because I saw Angela voting. And it's that back and forth that we're all checking on each other. And you can't be honest with your friends if you're being checked on. That's just not right. You can't be your own true self. You can't be your true self in any area because someone's always checking up on you. And you don't want to stumble, Sister Red, in whatever you do. So therefore you just don't do anything. I am so thankful to be out of this organization now. But this is just one of the things that I've had to do some digging on myself because I still carry that less than mentality sometimes. And I really did some digging on this. So I hope this touches your heart. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think you would like to see us talk about. I'm Angela Emery. You are stronger than you think. Let's get out of that organization. I'll talk to you soon.